Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're all doing good. If you're not subscribed, please remember to smash that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate all your views, all your subscribers who are subscribing. And please like, if you like this video, please like and comment down below and feel free to share it to whoever you know. Yeah, you've got it. You can see in the background, it's time for the DeLorean, the iconic car DeLorean recap. So let's crack on without further ado. Right guys, welcome back to the channel. As I said in the intro, yeah, you've guessed it, we're back with the iconic 1980s car from the Back to the Future franchise movies. Yeah, the DeLorean, the time machine DeLorean. And what I'm going to do guys, as on last time, I'm going to just keep giving you shots of this car, go through what we did to build, well, what I did to build this section of the car basically. And then what we'll do is we'll take a look inside the dashboard. I'll fill you in on a few things what I did to build the parts, as what you can see, and if I had any issues with them. And then near the end of the video, probably at the end of the video, what I'll do is I'm just going to adjust this light guys, because you don't want to be seeing a ring light on. There we go. What I'll do is I'll go through with all the lights and the switches and everything, what turns things on. Now, I just don't know where to start with this, to be honest. Right, what we'll do, we'll start from the doors, yeah? And what we'll do is we'll just do this side of the car, and then I'll get the car turned round, and then we'll look at the other side and show you what's on the other side of the car. In future videos, guys, I'm going to be showing you the rear of the car, rear of the DeLorean. As you can see, that's the top of the engine where the flux capacitor I'm on about, the Mr. Fusion goes, and the nuclear reactor there to put the nuclear rods in so you can time travel. But again, that's going to be in a future video, guys. Right, so what happens here? These are steel doors, as you can see. Right, these doors, guys, they've got some weight. This is steel, obviously. You had to put that strip on, put the mirror on, and then what happens is, obviously, the DeLorean doors are iconic doors. They lift up, and the annoying thing was about this, which is still good luck, obviously. If you see these, what can you call them, the pistons, whatever you want to call them, what hold the doors, they're not strong enough to hold the door. So what they did is to give us a little piece of plastic and put it there to hold the door up. So I'm just going to do that, and then we'll carry on with the tour of the DeLorean. Right guys, as you can see now, the door is held up. If I zoom in on there, you can see this little plastic block. Basically that's what holds it up. You can't really see it unless you know what you're looking for, so it's not too bad. But it would have been better if they made these things as like as a hydraulic sort of thing, so they went down slow, or they could lock, so you could open the door and unlock it. But still, it's one of them. And then here you have the seat. This is the driver's seat. You have to put all this together. It's got plastic underneath and the back, and then this basically went over the plastic. As you can see, guys, so I'll zoom in, it's squishy. It's moved forward so you can see behind and back. And you might be seeing this already. I'll get you this out. This is another little detail you get. The iconic clock, what goes on the dashboard, which I do usually have on the dashboard there. But as I keep moving the car to film for you guys, it keeps moving and falling, so obviously it's not on the dashboard. Right guys, so there, as you can see, we have the pedals. Now when you press this brake pedal, that one there I think it is, that's the accelerator and that's the brake. But I'm sure it's that one what makes the brake lights work, to be fair. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So there's your pedals. And you've got all the wiring loom here, which goes all around the DeLorean. Now guys, that was a nightmare to do. Basically, each one of these strands of wires came in the pack separate. So what you had to do is, if you can see there on the dashboard, all this wiring loom, you basically had to wire it through. You had to put it through these little black plastic, what could I call them? There's like the end of the wire going a little hole there, and then you clip them together. So basically you have to strand them into each part of the plastic. And then these things here, the red wires, as you can see there, you've got little holes. You have to push them into those little holes. I haven't glued none of them, you know. I didn't glue in them days, so I don't think they're ever going to come off. But yeah, all this detail was done. You do it yourself as you build it, which if you ever build this car, you will see what I mean. This as well, all these wires here, all the wires you can see, guys, you have to put together yourself. And then they go all around the car, as you can see, go around the side of the car. And the detail, guys, if you can see here, I know it's a bit dusty, bear with me. I'll keep trying to dust it off, but it does gather a lot of dust. And you got the DMC. This is steel, obviously, guys, the sill. You got a little handbrake there. It doesn't work, it doesn't come up and down. And then you've got all the centre of the car there, which we'll take a look at on the other side in a minute. If you can see the details, guys, the writing off, on, and then TFG drive circuits. They've spared no time or nothing to be doing the detail. I mean, even there, you've got high voltage for the electric box there. Let me zoom in on that, there you go. Even down to the little seat belts, guys, there, you can see that. Oh, and before we go any further, if I can zoom up here, this is the inside the door. You've even got the strap there, realistic. And I mean, this light here, that lights up, which I'll put on in a bit. Now this little dial is for the window, but do you know what, between you and me, I have not used the windows because I just worry that the plastic's going to scratch, but they do wind down and back up, but I've never used them, so I'm not going to do that. If you do want me to, comment down, oh, I'm sorry, comment down below and I can try and do that for you. Now on the top, on the roof of the DeLorean, you got the circuits, the buttons, what do all, I don't know, like all different sort of buttons up there. Do you know what, I'm a fan, but I still don't know what all them do, so I'm not going to say anything in case I get it wrong. And then there, if you can just see that, guys, you can see the time circuit board. You got the radio on the top, and then at the top of the dashboard there above the steering wheel, you've got the speed. And if I remember right, when the lights go on, that says 88 miles per hour. And then even down to the gear stick, which we've got to do the side because I can't get my hand in. I'm going, bear with me. Let me just zoom that out a minute, guys, see if we can get that on and show you. It does move. The gear stick moves left and right. The detail is so good, guys. And then you've got the speedometers here. Now, there was an issue with this back in the day when we was building it all these years ago. What they did is they had to send out some more dials because I can't remember what was wrong now. I think there wasn't enough light coming through them or something, or they wasn't telling the right speed. So they had to send some more dials, and they're basically just stuck on. You've got the lights behind them which light up. And you've got the steering wheel, that's steel. That goes right down to the steering rack with the front wheels. And again, that does turn, and then it turns the wheels. But do you know what, guys, it's that delicate, this is it, which if you watch anybody who's built this model, you're worried to move the parts on it, even though they're willing to be moved and should move. But I never move them. I mean, that steering wheel obviously should move that wheel left and right. But if you've seen the work what I had to go into doing those front wheels, it was a nightmare, and I do not really want to risk breaking anything because I do not want to take this model apart. Right there, you have the Christmas tree, famous Christmas tree, and you have all the details in the back, which you see in the real car on the film. If you're a fan of the film, you'll know that. All this, guys, is all separate parts. You have to put those in yourself. And basically there's like a steel plate here, which you No, you can't see from the back eye, but it's steel plate in there, which is on the headboard of the inside of the car. And basically all these screw from the back of the steel plate on. And I mean the wires there, look, as you can see, they're going all the way to the back. It's an hard job, guys. It's not an easy model to build. It's not a toy, but as you can see, the rewards are amazing. And just there, I'm trying to get a good shot of it, is the flux capacitor. Now guys, all these things you're seeing here is standard with the vehicle, and this is standard apart from, as you can see, the bit of a carpet I've put in here on the floor, because that was originally just plastic. It looked just like this table. So what I did, before all this stuff was in, before we put all the interior in, and it was just a mere shell, I put carpet on, glued it on, and it just gives it that more better feel, if that makes sense, like inside of a car, which it would look like. I mean the details, guys, look, you've got these little sun visors that do move up and down, and then just in the middle there you've got the rear view mirror, which I've never understood why there's a rear view mirror in this vehicle, to be fair, because you can't see at the back of it, obviously. Perhaps it's to look at the flux capacitor there, look, in your mirror, just there, if you don't want to turn your head round. But guys, I think that's going to be it for this side of the car. I think what I'll do is I'll turn the car around, and then I'll show you that side of it. But if you can just look at the detail here, guys, isn't that great? I mean, let me just zoom back out so it don't look like I've got a big finger coming in the shot. There, it moves. I don't think it pulls out. I just don't want to pull it out in case it don't go back in. And then you've got the details here. If you can see that, guys, just there. Just trying to get into focus. I think that's just, it's amazing. There's even writing on there, guys, and they've just, I'm not trying to say what word. They've not spared any time or detail to this vehicle, this model, as you can see. But there is a lot of mods out there. If you look at Wilder Wayne, check out Wilder Wayne, because he's got all the build up on his channel. I didn't, because I built this before I go to YouTube. Check him out, you can see it being built. But there's so many mods, guys. I think he modded this radio so the light go on. I think he modded these speedometers. I think there's another one you can get, see, Mike Lane, I think you can get it off, don't quite remember, I'm sure it's Mike Lane it's called. And then it's just basically more clearer than what you can see on here, which these are pretty cool enough, that's why I didn't bother changing. Like I say, the only few mods I did for this was the carpet. That's got to be done, it's got to be. I mean, you can even get the mats, DMC mats, little black mats. Mike Lane, that's what it's called. Look at Wilder Wayne and you'll find out. If you watch his channel, he'll tell you. But there's loads of mods. I mean, there's mods with the Easy, you can do all that. And there's even people out there on YouTube, if you look, where they've actually put speakers in there and the radio actually works. Or you can hear the sound of the DeLorean, what it sounds like in the film. It's mad. I mean, look at the detail, guys, look at this. There you go, look at that. I hope you can see that. There you go, I'll just hold the camera there, see it. That is the buckle for the seat belt. And then somewhere here, the other half of the seat belt is, I think it's gone beyond the seat, to be fair. But it's very dusty, guys, as you can see. It does get, there it is. Hang on, let me try and get that out for you. Hang on. And just unzoom that. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, look at the dust on that. Sorry about that. Look at that. Sorry, that dust is embarrassing. But I'm telling you, you can dust this car so many times and it just keeps gathering dust. I've got to get the Perspex plastic for it. But there you go. The only thing is that doesn't buckle in. That's what annoyed me, really. Not annoyed me, but it made me a bit thingy where you think they'd put the seatbelt across so you could buckle it in. It's little things like that, what not get on your nerves, but what you think they could do. But I'm sure there could be a mod out there, you could do that. But by all means, guys, I'm not disappointed with the outcome of this car. Who would be, especially if you're a fan of the movie. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is turn the car around, which is a task in itself, as it is 25 pounds or more in weight. And then we'll have a look at the other side, the passenger side of the DeLorean. This is the passenger side. As you can see, you've got these buttons here you can change them as well. That's another mod you can do if you check that out. But basically, each one of those buttons lights a certain part up of the car, whether it be the lights, headlamps from the front, or the door lights, or the time circuit. And there you go, there's a, oh, and the plutonium chamber, that lights up. Ain't that good, guys? I mean, look at the detail there. Just there by the gear stick, you've got the little keypad what puts the time circuits in. But look at the details you've got there. With the little choke, you've got a little choke, you've got, I think that's the fan, the heaters. It's just amazing. The detail, especially when this first come out, is brilliant. And there's the radio. Again, there's a mod for that. But you have to do that before you put all this model together. As you can see there, there's a tie clip. Just there. All these wires stranded was separate. You had to do all that yourself, which was a nightmare, but in the end, you see the outcome. And there, you've got the buckle to the belt, and you've got the other side of the belt, which is hanging out here. And all these wires, look, again, as I've just said, had to be weaved around like that. They didn't come like that, so you weaved them all around. And then they got like little socket things on the end, which you had to socket those into there, like that. But they're not glued in, guys, there. That worries me, because if they come out, we'll have a nightmare. And you've got all this detail behind the back again. And you can see the flux capacitor there just appearing over the top of this seat. There you go, see that there. And if you look at the film, guys, watch the film, is exactly the same. You can see exactly the same as what you see here. Now this thing here, that even pulls down. See that? Just little things like that, what make it pop. It's brilliant. Yeah, the seats, you have to make these yourself. As I said just a couple of minutes back, it's plastic frame seat, and then this is like a spongy foam, you sort of feel if you see, squeeze it. It's very squishy, but it's very realistic. It's just amazing, guys, it is. And there's a lot of sections to this building here. I mean, at one time you just had that. There's like the centre console, and then you had to start putting all these added onto it over issues. Which again, guys, if you're interested in watching this before you buy the build, if this is not enough, I know you've seen the details now, but if you want to see it actually being built, check Wheeled Away now, because he's got the whole lot on there. Like I say, I wish I could do it again. If I could, I would. But this car is worth probably over £1.5 grand. It's not a toy, obviously. It's a prestigious model, should I say. But it's worth every penny to me, especially if you're a fan. But the little detail there, look, guys, with the little buttons. Brilliant. Right, I know what we were waiting for now. You want to see the lights coming on. So what I'm going to do is just give you, I mean, there, look, there's more pipes. And if you look at the model on the film, I know you don't see, you ain't got time to stare at it a lot, but the attention to detail is exactly like the film. You've got an exact replica really, but just obviously smaller in size. I mean, this is the frame of the car, as you can see. It's all steel, obviously. These panels are screwed onto the black frame here. The sill there, that's like a rubbery plastic sort of thing stuck on top of the metal. I mean, you can see the screws here, look, see? That's all it is, all screwed together. And then you got the frame coming up here. I think if I remember right, there's two parts of the frame back in early issues, and then you even have to put, let me try and zoom out a minute, see the plastic here, all that interior has to be basically attached to the frame of the DeLorean. So there's a lot of sections and parts to getting this done. If I can show you the ceiling, there you go. It's amazing, guys. I'll never get bored of looking at it. It's on my side in the kitchen dining room every time I go for breakfast in the morning when I'm going to work, or when I'm having dinner with the kids, the family. It's just there, sitting there. Do you know what? I'm in the garage now where I'm doing my studio, and one day I might bring it into here, and I'm just worried I'm going to miss seeing it, to be fair. That's how much I want to see it in my daily life. Oh, and then again, I'm in here every day, so it's just nice to have on show, though, especially how much it costs to build. I mean, if you can just look at that bit there, the fine detail there. I mean, this is like not suede, but a smooth sort of finished off plastic, but not, it don't feel like plastic. And you've got the embroidery stitching there, which is just on a plastic thing, but it does look effective, as you can see. And yeah, but guys, I'm sorry how long this has took to get out, but I just kept thinking of ways how I can show you the different filming of it and make it pop, basically. As I got a lot of views on the last video I put out, so I knew it was in demand. I knew people wanted to see it, and I never wanted to let you guys down. I wanted it to be a good video. I mean, there's the door inside. That's plastic, obviously. You can see the 4 screws here, just there. That basically screwed into the door, which obviously you got the whole door here. Let me just, there we go. You have this door as a metal shell, and then you put like even down to the lock, and then this strip, and then the wing mirror and the windows. But again, I'm just gonna dare wind it down. No, it's so tight and stiff. I don't know if I want to risk it, guys. I'm worried if I do it, I have the 2 seconds, hang on, look, let me just put this here and let me just put the door down. See, this is a fiddly thing with the door. This is what was not annoying, but this is the block what holds the door up. If you put that door down, you're theoretically supposed to move the dial to put the window down. There we go. See, it does work, see? So that's that little trick. But it worries me it's going to scratch the perspex plastic and it goes back up. But that would go down and right up. But as you can see, guys, it's not gone all the way back up. I'm not going to lay it down, it stressed me out. This is my baby. But that little bit there, it does. Perhaps it'd do it more if I did it more. You know what, now I want to show you it. So it's got teeth on it, so you've got to get your thumb on it properly. And it has dropped down, as you can see, and then you've got to get it back up. There you go. It does work, guys. It does go up and down, but you've got to do it more often than a one-off. I've probably never done that ever, and I'm not gonna. Sorry, because I don't want to scratch the perspex. That's just a mark. It needs a clean, to be fair. But yeah, that bit of the window goes up and down if you want it to. So you know what now? I've showed you the shell of it. You can put your finger in there to lift it up, look. I've showed you the doors, I've showed you the panels, the time circuits and the flux capacitor. Now I think it's going to be time to turn the lights on. Right, let's go. Let's just shut that door. As you can see, there's you've got the red lights on your door. So I'm going to do that so you can see it better. And then basically, if you look at these numbers on these panels, if I press number 1, I don't know what that one is. I think that's the Christmas tree, which don't work, which I did say in the video. It stopped working. Right, number 2 is going to be there. Which again, I'm going to show you the other side, I think. You can see that, that's got 88 miles per hour. So that lights up. And number 3. There we go, we've got the plutonium should I say, chambers. But this does not want to focus in and it's annoying. Bear with me. There we go, there's plutonium chambers. And then over in the background there, you've got the little digit on the top, and you can see the speedometers are lit up, but it's not as good as it could be. You could get like a mod off my claim for that. But there's your chambers. They're good. That's that. And then number 4. And you get the time circuits. That's brilliant, is it? You think? That's brilliant. You've got the time circuits there. October the 26th, 1909. And then guys, in the background, you've got the flux capacitor, which again, there's a mod for that as well, where you can get the flux, basically fluxing. And I think that is it for all the lighting. It's not just that, is it? That's brilliant. I don't know if you agree, but I love it. When you press number 6, that puts your lights on, your rear lights, and then you've got the front lights, headlamps, and then that is it for the interior of the Back to the Future DeLorean. And before we end this video, I'm just going to show you the driver's side. There you see that the speedos are all, and the fuel gauges are all lit up. Time circuits, the speedometer of 88 miles per hour lit up. I'm just going to see if this pedal still works. No, that's another annoying thing. Basically, press that. It's supposed to, bear with me, it's supposed to use the brakes, but it's not. Now, guess what I'm going to say to that, guys? I am not taking it all apart to sort out the brakes. Oh, and another thing, it's the only other issue, is that thing there, the Christmas tree. That is supposed to be going up and down. But then again, with this model, it doesn't. It just comes on and stays on, which that's another mod you can get from my claim. Check out Will the Wayne to get onto that. And then basically it fluxes up and down along with the flux capacitor. As you can see, there was a big issue with that when it come out, because all it does is it just stays on, which is still effective. You can see the blue light in the middle. But story short, you can get a mod where it fluxes and it is amazing. I even thought of getting it, but I'd already built this part and I didn't want to take it apart. If you don't know what I mean by that, guys, if you build it, you'll know what I mean. You do not want to take this thing apart. It's stressing me just getting it out to show you. I mean, another thing as well on top of that flux capacitor, I can't make it out from here, but you can see the writing. There is actually writing on there. But yeah, if you ever build this, or you watch anyone build it, you would understand why you don't want to take it apart. It's just one of them, you'll never take it apart. Even if, like, for example, the Christmas tree, there's a problem with that, a wire, and it could have shorted somewhere, touched metal or something. I'm not going to even attempt to take it apart. So I'd have to take all the shell off and everything. Nah, not doing that. I'd rather just bear with it. Luckily, everything else is working. You can see the time circuits on there, which are brilliant. Steering wheel here, you've got this little gizmo thing here which tells you 88 miles per hour. You've got the dials, speedo dials, fuel dials, etc. They're all lit up. There's a bit of bleed there, light bleed. Again, when you're building it, guys, you can sort that out, put a bit of black paint or get the mod off my lane to make it a bit more flashy if you want, if you really want to do that. But I'm happy with it, to be fair. I'm happy with it. It's my pride and joy. It's my first mod I made, and I'm happy with it. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video here, guys. I'm sorry it was such a long time since we got onto this stage, but I just wanted it to be a good video for you. I wanted to think how I could put it across so it's good for you, to see everything, what pops, what makes this model pop. And it's been a few months. I'll try not to leave it as long next time for the rear of the DeLorean. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. If you did, please subscribe, press the bell notification, not to miss any more videos of this DeLorean, and especially other videos on the channel as well. Even if it's just for this DeLorean, press the subscribe and bell notification. And please comment, and feel free to share it, and smash the like button as well.